Okay, so our first story this week is the Sunday School General Presidency launches worldwide social media accounts, which I kind of loved this because sometimes I don't know about your ward. We have this Sunday School Presidency, and I really don't know much of what they do other than make sure all the classrooms have teachers. And sometimes I think that that is true the on the church level as well, especially because, we have these come follow me manuals that are used across the board, where in the past you probably would have had the general Sunday school presidency putting together a Sunday school curriculum, but it's been several years since they've had to do that. So it kind of begs the question of, what do they do? Well, we learned this week what they are doing. They are launching on social media on Facebook and Instagram some new tools. The Facebook one is called Gospel Learning and Teaching. And then on Instagram, it's at Gospel Learning on Teaching. And so Gospel Learning and Teaching on Instagram. And so their mission or their goal of this is to help with personal gospel study and help improve teaching at home and in other callings. And it says, I haven't looked at the pages. It says the pages will feature practical tips and support for both individual and family gospel study. So I kind of liked that. I thought I'm going to have to go follow them on Facebook and Instagram so they will integrate into my algorithm, because I would assume that what they are putting out on a weekly basis is probably complementary to what we're studying and Come Follow Me that week. And sometimes it's nice, as you're scrolling through social media, to go, oh, and pause on something that that supplements your personal gospel study. And I get the opinion that that's what this is supposed to be for.
Yeah, so I did take a quick look at the page and right, buckle up. Are we ready for my unpopular opinion of the week?
Please, please share your
Are we ready?
unpopular
So
opinion since you've
here we
looked at the
go.
page and I haven't.
Yeah, I've looked at the page and I have to be 100% transparent that I really did not like it. So
Okay.
just let me take a moment to explain. So I am all for integrating you know, church leaders with social media. That is a good thing, right? And it's a great thing that they want to help us with our gospel study whilst we're on those social media platforms. All of that is really, really good. However, I think the execution is really, really poor. And I don't think they're going to get the level of engagement that they could be getting. So I just think they've kind of missed the mark. I think it's a bit dry. I think it's a bit, um, I just don't think it's catching enough. I feel like Instagram, those kind of things now, they're really fast paced with these different videos. And, if you're not fast paced yourself, you're just going to get lost. And that was very much the sense that I got from those videos. So I think the first one that I watched, it was the Sunday School Presidency and the like, do we still call them thumbnails? The picture that comes
Yeah.
up. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yes, what a thumbnail.
Yes.
I'm doubting myself. But anyway. And it was just a picture of the three of them in a suit. And I thought, you know what? If I were a young person, not that I'm particularly old, but if I were an even younger person who were scrolling through my social media feed, would I stop to listen to these three gentlemen? Probably not. So I
Mm.
see a lot of companies now, not that the church is a company, but sometimes it
Oh, it
acts like
is.
one.
Yes.
Yeah, I see a lot of companies now jumping on social media trends, that kind of thing, and making their content appealing in an already very saturated market. And I just don't see the church doing that. I think that what they want to do is really good and really powerful, but I think the execution of it hasn't quite worked. So that's as controversial as I'm going to be today, I think.
Oh,
But I could
okay.
be proven wrong.
Well, no, I appreciate that point because, like I said, based on the article, and I had not had a chance to actually look at the social media feed. Based on the article, I thought, oh, this sounds fantastic. But it is interesting that you didn't feel that it translated that well into the feed. And maybe this is going to be a situation where the church has some learning and growing, because I've seen media productions that the church has done that are absolutely fantastic, engaging, and wonderful. And maybe this is just some growing pains. And maybe it'll get better with time.
So
Who knows?
I think so. And actually, just looking at all of the thumbnails, and I guess if you're watching on YouTube, I can hold it up to the screen. Every single thumbnail, so they've got about, oh, you can't quite see it. There are 11 thumbnails, and all of the ones that have pictures of people in them, every single one is a man. There's not a single woman that features as well, which hits wrong for me. So
Yes.
I just think, yeah, you phrased it really nicely. Some learning and growing to do, definitely, for sure.